Hey guys, I just want to say thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing to my videos. Just to show my appreciation, I'm going to be customizing one of these Megazords in the near future for a giveaway as well, one of these SPD pad strikers.
Yeah.
Today I'm going to show off the custom painted Ninja Steel Megazord as well as the set I built for it. So let's take a closer look at that. If you think this set looks cool and you haven't watched my previous video on how to build your own, you'll want to make sure to go check that out. The first thing I did to get this thing looking like rocks was applying a base coat of a brown textured spray paint. So there is a bit of a sand grit to this you might not actually be able to see on the camera. After my spray paint had fully dried, I had started going over it with the lightest gray I possibly could, and I dry brushed this just to get all the different levels and gritty texture to really show. I added a little bit of fake grass into this scene and some moss, but I didn't want to go overboard. Out of package, this thing looks really bad. It's a lot of solid colors. Sometimes this works, but with this Megazord, I feel like it didn't at all. I feel like if Bandai just added a little bit more gold, this would have made it a lot nicer. For this repaint, I used Testors Airbrush Acrylics, Craft Smart Paint Markers, and Testors CreateFX Black Wash. Right off the bat, I'm sure the differences can be seen for anybody who's familiar with this Megazord, but for anyone who isn't, here's a before and after. So you can see they did the bare essentials with colors. There's really nothing to this thing, just basic solid colors. Rumbled Tusk is just a green brick. Even in his robot mode, he doesn't look that. So I'm going to start first with the Zoom Zord. What I did with this one was painted a lot of gold on it, and I mean a lot. I painted the windshield silver. I repainted the gold that was on it because I really wanted it to match the color that I was adding, and I painted these little things here the red that they're supposed to be, as well gave it a black wash on the thigh parts, and the bottom I gave it a quick wash of silver. Next up is the Kodiak Sword. So I repainted the gold on his tail and the mouthpiece, gave him his black helmet, blacked out the nose, and as well gave him his silver bandana, and a final black wash just to get these small details to pop. The Dragon Zord is next. I went outside, taped up the tail with painter's tape anywhere I didn't want gold to be, spray painted all of this. I did the exact same with the legs because the legs in the TV show and the Japanese version are blue. I want to try to hack this part out and give myself a collapsible fist because that's one thing that really annoys me about this Zord. I hate that this fist is always out. Next I added some gold under the arms as well as the thigh part. Added some blue to the neck, but I still need to touch that up a bit. I added the light blue just so my darker blue would sit on top, opposed to just sitting on top of the black where it would kind of blend in. For Robo Red, I added the red to the kneecaps, down these little lines on his leg, the toes, in fist mode, painted those red. Added the gold. Added white to the hips as well as along to the neck. Repainted the gold there just so it would match up with everything else. So the Nitro Zord, I basically had to take this thing apart to paint this. I just wanted to make sure to get the pieces right. I unscrewed it, separated it, painted the headpiece gold. Popped this piece out, painted this gold. Painted in the handles gold, the little details on the top of the dump truck here gold. Painted the Zord Builder parts black, gave them the black hubcaps here, or black rims, sorry, yellow hubcaps. Painted the bottom black, engine black with the silver, gave that a quick black wash over. The front of the Zord, I painted the engine piece yellow, which I do need to redo because it doesn't look the best to me. The top part here, I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be, but I painted that yellow as well. I feel like this looks so much better though. For the body of it, what I did was gave it a black wash and kind of just dry brushed gold on it, but I left a little more paint than usual than you would dry brushing. I wanted the gold to really stand out on it, just so it gives it a bit of a shimmer in certain lighting. Rumbletusk Megazord, I did have to purchase the entire other Megazord for. I'm not 100% pleased with this repaint. I'm not exactly sure why they chose to sell us this Zord with all of this stuff. I do kind of want to customize the Kodiak. I'm thinking about dremeling his legs off to make him look like he's sitting down as well, opening the mouth up. Anyways, this guy. So what I did with him is I painted above this crown piece black, the crown piece on the shuriken gold, repainted his eyes a shimmery blue. The kneecaps are now gold with the thighs being silver. Gave the gold back piece and a really good black wash on this. I like all the details on him, but just being that glossy plastic green, the details don't show up at all, so the black wash definitely helps that out. Okay, so now that I've talked about every individual Zord here, let's put them together. Alright, so now that he's all put together, I hope you can see the consistency with the gold. I tried to get all that to match up. I just think this looks a lot better now. It's surprising what just a little bit of paint can do. I kind of went overboard here, especially with this back. You're probably never going to see this. It's always going to be on my back shelf here. I really wish we had a bit of sound with these shurikens though. I think it's a really cool Megazord. One thing I think would have made it cooler was just giving us a little bit of a sound feature. I'm not going to show it in the dragon mode because I think without the dragon shuriken, that's pointless. It doesn't do anything for me at all. So let's put Rumbletusk in here and see how he looks. And now Rumbletusk formation. This is probably my favorite in the show so far. I love the elephant in the center. I love the elephant chest piece. The mask is cool. Weird gold beard. I like that. I know a lot of people haven't been too happy with what Bandai America's released for us for Ninja Steel, but I am really happy with it so far. There are a little bit of flaws, but I mean, with most toys, there are. Okay, so I'm going to end it here for today. I feel like that's long enough. If you haven't subscribed, you want to make sure to do so you can stay up to date on when I'll be holding the contest for one of the 2 custom painted Megazords or this Gokaiyo SPD pad striker. I want to say thank you to Brent for commenting and leaving an awesome suggestion for doing a downed Astro ship. So I've been gathering up some space-like materials to try to do that for my Legacy in Space collection. Keep the awesome suggestions coming. Be sure to subscribe and I'll see everyone later.